confidence is the present tense of hope. People demand freedom of speech as a compensation for the freedom of thought which they seldom use. Life is not a problem to be solved, but a reality to be experienced. Life can only be understood backwards, but it must be lived forwards. Anxiety is the dizziness of freedom. The most painful state of being is remembering the future, particularly the one you'll never have. Knowledge is a wealth that cannot be stolen. There are two ways to be fooled. One is to believe what isn't true. The other is to refuse to believe what is true. It is not the path which is the difficulty. Rather, it is the difficulty which is the path. Do it or don't do it, you will regret both. To dare to lose one's footing momentarily, not to dare, is to lose oneself. People understand me so poorly that they don't even understand my complaint about them not understanding me. What if everything in the world were a misunderstanding? What if laughter were really tears? Once you label me, you negate me. The most common form of despair is not being who you are. People settle for a level of despair they can tolerate and call it happiness. What is youth? A dream. What is love? The dream's content. Whoever has learned to be anxious in the right way has learned the ultimate. I would rather be a swineherd, understood by the swine, than a poet misunderstood by men. Far from idleness being the root of all evil, it is rather the only true good. We were given the commandment, love your neighbor as yourself, but if this commandment is correctly understood, then you can read in it the opposite statement. You must love yourself properly. It is better to get lost in the passion than to lose the passion. Life has its own hidden forces which you can only discover by living. The highest and most beautiful things in life are not to be heard about, nor read about, nor seen, but, if one will, are to be lived. We pretend to be unable to understand life because we know very well that the minute we understand, we are obliged to act accordingly. Truth always rests with the minority, and the minority is always stronger than the majority, because the minority is generally formed by those who really have an opinion, while the strength of a majority is illusory. A woman holds a man's penis tightly when she is completely satisfied with the man. To be a woman is something so strange, so confusing and so complicated that only a woman could put up with it. Sleeping is the height of genius.